Have you ever felt like you are constantly running on empty? Like you wake up tired, you go to bed exhausted, and somewhere in between, you are taking care of everyone and everything else. The kids, you are home, work, and emotions. And yet, somehow you are supposed to keep going. If you've ever thought, I just need a break, or I love my family but I am overwhelmed, or why am I so irritable lately? You are not a bad parent. You might be experiencing something called the caregiver burnout. So, what does the caregiver burnout look like? Caregiver burnout is more than just being tired. It is feeling touched out. It is when the sound of one more person saying mom or dad feels like a physical shock to your system. And do you know what the tricky part is? It doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like snapping over small things, feeling disconnected or numb, constant fatigue even after taking some rest, you losing interest in things you loved before, feeling guilty for wanting time alone, sometimes experiencing trouble sleeping or forgetfulness. So, why do parents experience burnout? Burnout happens because parenting is not just about physical work, it's emotional labor too. You see, when you become a parent, you are a problem solver, a comforter, a planner, a teacher, a nurse, a provider, and emotional regulator for everyone in the house. And oftenly, you are doing all that with very little sleep, minimal breaks, high expectations from the society, and sometimes very little support. Many parents feel pressure to do it all, like being patient, being present, being productive, being strong. But the truth is, no human being can pour endlessly from an empty cup. Burnout is what happens when giving becomes constant and receiving becomes rare. So, how does a parent use self-care tips to deal with caregiver burnout? In this video, we are going to talk about the realistic self-care tips a parent who is experiencing caregiver burnout can use to help themselves. We are going to talk about self-care tips that actually works in real life. Here, we are not going to advise you to take a luxury spa day or have a week-long retreat. No, we are talking about realistic self-care tips. That is small, doable shifts. For instance, you can take micro breaks. Self-care doesn't need hours when you become a parent. You can start with something, let's say 5 to 10 minutes. During this time, you could sit quietly, step outside for a fresh air, drink some tea without multitasking, or just listening to music all alone. Tiny pauses always calm your nervous system, and small resets matter more than rare big escapes. The second realistic self-care tip is protecting your sleep where you can. When you become a parent, you may not control how often your child wakes up, but you can reduce late night scrolling, nap when possible, and share night duties when available. Even small improvements in sleep can significantly reduce emotional exhaustion. What am I talking about? Rather than scrolling through your phone to see what is going on, sleep when your baby sleeps. This will help you relax your nervous system. The third realistic self-care tip is letting go of perfect parenting. Now, this is what most parents experience. Perfection is a fast track to burnout. You do not need a spotless house, Pinterest level meals, or endless patience to be a perfect parent. No, good enough is just enough. Because your presence matters more than perfection. If you cannot wash the utensils on your sink, or wash the house, or maybe do laundry, take a chill pill. First, take some rest. Then when you wake up refreshed, you can always do those chores. The number 4 realistic self-care tip for parents experiencing burnout is asking for help without apologizing. Now, I'm putting so much emphasis on this because most parents always feel like they can do everything by themselves. You see, you need to ask for help. Ask for help. I'll repeat, ask for help. Most parents usually feel like they can handle everything alone. But the truth of the matter is, this is the time you need all the help and support you can get. And support is not you asking everybody for help, no. Support can look like a partner doing bedtime, a friend watching over your baby for an hour as you take a nap, or family helping with chores around the house. Asking for help is not weakness, it is sustainability. The number 5 realistic self-care tip for parents is setting gentle boundaries. Sometimes burnout grows because we never say no. Try saying no to extra obligations, creating quiet time routines, and limiting energy-draining commitments. You see, for instance, if you just put to bed, this is the time where most people want to come and see you. If you need to sleep and a friend is asking to come and visit, please tell them no and reschedule that appointment. You don't need to impress them because you are afraid of saying no simply because you want them to come or you don't want to disappoint them. Tell them no. Protecting your energy levels helps you show up better, not less. Number 6 self-care tip for parents is doing one thing that is just yours. The truth is, parenting can consume identity. So it is just right that you reclaim something small, a hobby, maybe journaling, reading, or even exercising. You are not only a caregiver, you are still a person. So it is not bad for you to do something that is just you and not your family or your kids. Number 7 realistic self-care tip include watching your inner dialogue. Burnout is often worsened by guilt. You see, you feel guilty for wanting to sleep, for not doing your chores because you are so exhausted. Replace I should be stronger, other parents are managing, I should feel this way with things like this is hard, I'm doing my best, and I deserve rest too. Self-compassion is powerful medicine. Now, self-care doesn't mean escaping your family. It means sustaining yourself so you can care without losing yourself. And burnout doesn't mean that you don't love your children. It often means that you've been loving them without enough support for yourself. So small steps can create real change. If this resonated with you, just know you are not alone. So many parents silently carry this weight. If you feel comfortable, share in the comments what is that one thing you are doing, or want to start doing for yourself. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to HealthMatta.